Are you ready to change your circumstances and finally live the life that you desire? In this video, I'm going to share with you a method that I use to manifest the things that I desire, which usually happens within 24 to 72 hours in some of my manifestations. Also, we're going to talk about the how, what to do, and what not to do so you can start beginning to manifest the things that you do want. Yo, what's up? Johnny here. I'm really glad you're here today, wherever you're at in the world. I hope you guys are doing really well out there. Before we get into this, I'd like to share with you a story that happened recently. My dog that you probably saw walking in some of my videos, she just recently passed, and it really devastated me. It was like losing someone as a family member, if some of you guys know, if you guys have pets or not. But it's the same exact feeling. And I learned through this experience that to learn how to love unconditionally, as well as living in the present moment. And things can happen so quickly, and life is so precious. And it really changed the way I think, because you should follow your passions, you should follow your dreams, you should follow things that you really do want in life. Because even though life is eternal as souls, in this physical realm, we only have this one. So why not go for the things that really make you happy in life? What do you really desire? Because yes, we can manifest that new car, we can manifest simple things that are materialistic in this world, but is that really going to make you happy? Why not go for the things that would really take you to that next level? Maybe it's a new career, maybe it's a new job, maybe it's a new hobby that you really want to take action into, or maybe it's a business idea or any type of idea where you think you can probably change someone's life or even change the world. What's really stopping a lot of the times is the limitations that are going into our mind. And I'm going to share with you this simple method that you can use, but we also have to be aware of the limitations that come into our mind as well. Now, when I first discovered Neville, I only used this method at the very beginning. And recently, because I make money in so many different ways, that I manifested a contract deal where I would work a few days and literally make thousands of dollars doing it. But all you have to do is not think about the how or what's going to happen with it, right? We got to stop having the doubts in our minds, or the what if, or if it's a job, they'll never choose me, I'm never picked, they'll always pick somebody else, and oh, there's just too many options, I never get the chance to do it. And these limitations and doubts, they tend to come up a lot. Or recently I heard from someone that, they wanted to go to an event. Oh, it's too expensive. Oh, I can't go to that, see that band because it's $100 and that's way out of my price range. Now, these limitations in our mind, we cannot just start putting that out there and we'll never get it back because we think it's too far out of reach, or an idea, oh, that's impossible, or that's too big of an idea, I can never have the money to do that. But the way that it works and the way that I see it happen to me is things will come to you in a way that you will have the money to do it. We never have to think about that, or the idea. Or let's say you're a music creator or into art and you're not very good at it. Imagine that you're an amazing artist, or you're an amazing music writer, or you're amazing at writing books, and somehow you will be downloading this information into your mind. Whether you wake up from a dream and you had a vision, you want to write this down immediately when you wake up, or you have a spark of interest, these ideas will always keep coming into your conscious mind. And it's really up to you not to deny what's coming in as information, and to take action on those ideas and not really think of the impossibilities of those ideas. And eventually the creativity magically starts coming in, and There was a point where a long time ago, like several years back, I kept getting denied and denied and denied. I couldn't get any of my tracks and music signed. And I just didn't give up. They kept rejecting me. I was like, you know what? And this is when I started using Neville, and I started imagining that I was already signed and that they were going to sign that track, and eventually one after another, and it just started happening. And then I started getting creative ideas randomly out of nowhere, so I'd get it and put it down as fast as it could come into my mind. If you don't want me to disappear into the ether and you like content like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button below to get more like this. And if there's anything particular that you like me to talk about more of, please do put that in the comments or see what people want the most. And if there's a lot of likes on certain things, then I'll talk more about that. Now back to the video. So simply how it works and how I'm able to manifest certain things in life, or if I needed money, or let's say it was this contract deal. When I go lay down to bed, I simply imagine that I'm already signing that. Or if it was a particular job that I really wanted, I imagine that that person, let's say, oh, I'm going to have to go through a bunch of interviews, so we're going to have to call you back. Or you go in, it's like, oh, we're going to have to go through a couple interviews, and you're like the first one. And this happened before in the past when I tried to go for jobs that, oh, I was always the first one. I'm like, geez, I'm going to have to go against like 20 other people for one position, right? And when I thought like that, guess what happened? I never got it. But now that if I did want something like that, I would imagine that person that you interviewed with is calling you, and you make a phone call right before you go to sleep. You think about, oh, congratulations, we decided to take you on. Are you willing to take on this position, right? So we imagine that phone call, and then you would say yes, and you would fall asleep into that. Or if it's in music or art or anything like that, that you signed a deal or a book deal, you would imagine these things right before you go to sleep. And the things that I would be aware of when you go to sleep is that, one, we never want to have any doubts or figure out, oh, how is this going to happen? Or think of the limitations again of what ifs, or what's not going to happen, right? Or also, we never want to go into sleep in a negative state or in an argumentative state, or something negative happened right before you sleep. If something negative happens in your life, you want to get out of that emotional state before you go to sleep. And I highly recommend, if you're in a bad state before you go to bed, I would turn on some meditation music and just meditate for 10 minutes to clear your mind before you lay down. Always try to clear that mind, because that, whatever you are listening to or laying down to, if there's some random TV on, whatever's going into that conscious mind is going to go down into your subconscious and impress out and express it out into your reality. So we got to be very consciously aware of what is going into our conscious mind and repeat these. One, either you're going to think about the thing, or you're going to imagine what you want in your mind. So it's simply just thinking about the thing and imagining what your life would be if you already had the thing that you had. What would it feel like? What would it be like if I just had this? What would it be like if I was in this amazing, loving relationship? What would we be doing? How would it feel? And we would create these emotions, and it helps impress your subconscious more through not just your conscious mind, but through your heart and through your feelings. So if we're not very imaginative, we can always use and express through our feelings and through our heart as well. So if you still want to learn more of manifestation and how to level up your reality, make sure to check out this video here to take you to the next level.